As we explained in our program on May 4, the acronym SEBI means Social Enterprise Boost Initiative, an initiative of Jamaica National's philanthropic arm, JN Foundation, in cooperation with the United States Agency for International Development, USAID. Late April 2014, SEBI hosted the first in a series of discussions dubbed Let's Talk Social Economy Matters. Director of Social Entrepreneurship at the UII's Mona campus, Dr. K. Knife, mentioned several interesting possibilities for social entrepreneurship in Jamaica, a term he describes as empowering people to empower themselves. He also noted the implications of multinational funding, such as that provided by the IDB, moving onto a more regional platform, and suggests that Jamaicans need to do a rethink of the value of their country.
By next year, the funding will be shifted from national programs to regional programs. Yes? I think that information was coming out of the last report that we had done, and the SEBI report as well. The discussant said that they're going to move it from national to regional platforms. Now that puts it in a different kind of situation, because again, Jamaica, if you realize that Jamaica is being moved out of what is called a poor category country, it means that you're less able to access aid funding because you're not poor. And stop telling yourself lies in Jamaica. Jamaica is not a poor country. You might have very selfish people in the country, but we're certainly not poor. So until you recognize that Jamaica have a whole heap of money, you still believe in an illusion that they need to be begging people for money. You could be broke and so much people coming from your country to invest in your country to start businesses. How comes you don't have any money here in Jamaica? There's nothing of value. But yes, there's so many persons are still coming to Jamaica to invest. There's many people spend a lot of time on the radio talking about what is going to happen if the Chinese invade. So China wants to invade a place that have no value.
The social entrepreneur, a Rastafarian, says on the contrary, there are many positives in Jamaica.
But the reality is there's a lot of positive taking place in the country. Yes? Well, we know about the SEBI program. We know about the program the USA is supporting. USA is also supporting Commit 2, and Commit 2, they're going to work in 5 different parishes or 25 different communities. There's room for partnership. See there's Kerry Joe around here from Digicel. Digicel have the Back to Roots program, and they're working in a number of different communities as well. You have the Scotia Foundation. JPS is speaking about these things. So there are so many things happening out there, but part of the concern that I have is that we don't explicitly present the creation of value in a very real way. So we are creating a lot of value, but if I say to Safri, what is the social value created by the SEBI program? Or by any program run under Jamaica National? And remember that Safri is somebody who knows these things as well. You might not get that kind of information. Quick example. Within our sessions at the university, we have 600 students who are placed in groups of 3, so we have 200 groups. Their aim is to go out and write business plans and proposals. Now, I know the value of a business plan or a proposal is about 500,000 Jamaican dollars, which means that these students can generate up to 40 million Jamaican dollars every academic year, which they do. Other places might require different kinds of models, but in Jamaica, the reality is they need high growth models for social enterprises. The reinvestment strategy is crucial. Now, we understand this very well, because in most communities who are engaged in programs, if you do have money and the money is not spent back on the program, you know what happens to your reputation in that community. You're seen as a thief. But the reality is you do not generate the kind of enterprise that can give you the kind of funding to run the programs the way you'd want to run them. Here we're saying, what are the driving forces? The hub? What about this? The Chinese and the Mexicans and the Colombian mafias operating in the region during the time when the hub is established. Which is going to happen? This is not something we're going to question here. This will happen. Must happen. So what are we going to do about it? This is a real situation. Wherever there is money, there will be criminals. So I expect those people, there's so much money happening in the Caribbean and now here. The same stuff people who are the pirates. It's the same pirates of the Caribbean. Now, what are we going to do about the situation?
Indeed, a powerful and profound question. Are we going to fill that vacuum with legitimate enterprises, or allow those who Dr. Knife describes as pirates to come in and take over? Next week, we'll look at some of the possibilities for legitimate and inclusive earnings when money begins to flow, or as we say colloquially, begins to run again. Now that's the Achievers.